Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. Want the truth when investing in the stock market? Here's how.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. Listen to my radio show every day because that's where you're going to get the truth. You're not going to get the truth listening to these dopes on Fake Business News Network. The other day, Kramer said, don't listen to the banks. They're giving you wrong information. When he told you to buy Merrill Lynch, remember? And what happened? They went broke.
Get the truth at philsgang.com.
Join my gang, philsgang.com. Get the truth. And also listen to me on my podcast on YouTube and Rumble. That's philsgang.com.
When the stock market is volatile, how do you invest intelligently?
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. There's no need for you to be panicking in a market that goes up 800 points one day, 700 points, then it goes down again. All you need is good advice, need good direction. You don't get that from your CNBC and the Fox Business and all these crazy shows. You don't. Here's what you get from them. Thank you, Jim Cramer. But this is something that this really bugs me. Listen to this.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What? Their responsibility is to their partners and shareholders and not to you? Check my site out, philsgang.com.
When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need the experience of Phil Grande at philsgang.com.
What a difference it makes in your financial life. philsgang.com. It works.
What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grande and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you start making money, please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grande.
And welcome to Phil's Gang. Do you remember yesterday when the market dropped about 450 points? I said this at the end of the day. Don't be surprised tomorrow morning we wake up and it says implied open positive 65. That's right. I told everybody yesterday with the 475 point drop that tomorrow, today, that we would open higher. And we did. In fact, The Dow went up to about 250. It's now come back about 134. And the reason why it's not coming back much more than that is because we have such light volume, and a lot of the big institution players are gone for the holiday, so we don't have the war chest of shorts. So, and when you have light volume, again, be very careful in trying to short a stock, because that's a problem. However, what will the market do? Oh, this market is going to take a big hit. But first, let's get through the holidays, because remember, we start the Christmas rally next week, and it goes right to the end of 2 days after January, okay, or 3 days, I think it is, after January. So the market will continue to march higher, and then it will, again, we'll get a good size correction. I don't think the crash, but we'll get the correction. We'll eventually get the crash, because the banks, as you know, that drive the whole market, there's 180 of them that are insolvent. And those are the banks, those are the heart and the blood of the country. Those are the regional banks, because it's the regional banks, remember, that fund all the small businesses and homes and everything else. And as I said, there's 180 of those banks that are insolvent. And they have unrecognized losses right now of $650 billion. And that's why the Federal Reserve, just like in 2008, is in there supporting them with the bank term funding program to keep them propped up. But but it's unbelievable. It's much worse than it was in 2008. We never seen this kind of propping. We never seen the amount of CEOs that running up to the Fed window to get money to keep their bank from collapsing. And another thing, starting in 2024, they're going to get slammed with commercial loans. And that's going to hurt them. But I want to talk today a little bit about, I heard again, I get so tired of hearing from even Biden, okay, or his press secretary, their staff, the White House, how things are so good, And they started on that again today. And we're going to have a soft landing.
There is good economic news out there for the middle class. Wages are up, unemployment's down, manufacturing is booming in many parts of the country. And
that's not true. None of that's true what she's saying. She can't back any of that up. She just says it. Remember, one thing we do know, okay, that Joe Biden, our president, right? I mean, he is rotten to the core. Why? Because again, he has no moral sense about telling the truth, going all the way. I mean, we've established that, going all the way back to his son. I don't know anything about his businesses. But more than that, about the economy, what he says about it, he just won't tell the truth. See, we can handle the truth, but they won't give us the truth. So when you listen to these people, listen.
And we created over 13 million brand new jobs.
That's not true at all. He did not develop 13 million new jobs. Not at all.
What I'm trying to say to you is that the economy is in a better place than it has been historically.
Are you nuts? When right now the economy's so bad and inflation's so high, the average worker on Main Street, 72% are working paycheck to paycheck. They now have in their pocket, as a result of Biden, about $7,500 less because of the inflation. Where under Trump, they had $4,500 more. So what is she talking about? And then here's another one who just always lies. Bernstein, who is the right-hand man to Biden. He's his financial expert.
It's not that I think these numbers are strong, it's that they are strong. So 13 million jobs, that's a record.
I go again, that 13 million jobs. That number is so full of lies. It isn't. So, but let's go back and review a little bit as we get towards the end of the year. So when the market does crash, you won't be surprised. So again, we can't believe anything that Joe Biden says or any member of his administration. It's impossible to believe him. Because it starts from the top, the lying. Joe Biden, we know this is true now, that he's rotten to the core because he has no moral sense about to tell the truth. We can find more lies from this guy till he was a truck driver and all the other stuff he's lied about. It's just what he does. But more important is this, what it has to do with us. This is the lie that really gets me. So he tells us the America that we live in is producing record amounts of oil and gas. He just said that last week. That is not true. The United States right now would be producing 2 million more barrels of oil each day if Rotten Joe stuck with the Trump pro-America energy production. You know what that's costing us, you and me? $160 million a day. So don't tell us how the economy is in a better place. Blinky. Where's Blinky? Much better place.
What I'm trying to say to you is that the economy is in a better place.
How can you be in a better place when we're losing $660 million a day? It's unbelievable, isn't it? Unbelievable. Under Biden, when we fill our gasoline tanks over the holiday, you're going to fill it up, go on a trip, right? Go see grandma or whatever. It's going to be costing you about $30 more than what it did under Trump. But Blinky tells us we're in much better shape. Just believe her. Believe her lying eyes. They blink, Blinky. Another lie by Rotten Joe. Biden. He is spending more than our tax receipts. That is so dangerous. And that's why I get a kick out of people who say, oh, we're not going to have a crash. Are you kidding? The only thing that's been propping up this whole market since 2008 has been all the printing of money. That's over, my friends. That's over. But Biden has been increasing our deficits. When you spend more money than your tax receipts, you're creating deficits. You got to pay those deficits off. You got to print more money to pay them off. That increases our inflation to a 40-year high. And they're not getting the inflation now because they don't want the inflation to come down because they get wealthy with inflation. We talked about that yesterday. Deficits cause inflation. Inflation destroys the economies, but it makes the very, very, very wealthy more wealthy. Example, Rotten Joe claims he reduced the budget deficit by $1.7 trillion. No, he didn't. He never did that either. So we're going to go over some facts today and some stocks. We're going to prove why this market is setting up for the biggest crash we've ever seen.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande of philsgang.com. You know, over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. You know, I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
When you listen to the advice of Phil Grande at philsgang.com, you'll find investing in the stock market makes sense with the right guidance.
People keep saying to me, boy, things are hard, things are tough. Boy, the market's really screwed up. And I don't agree with them. For us here at Phil's Gang, we make it so it's simple. It doesn't matter if the market's bad or good. We consistently do well because we make it simple. And just like for my listeners on the radio or on the internet or my podcast, we make it simple. We try to break it down so you really understand why the market is going up or why there's continued inflation or why the bank rates are going up. So you understand, especially yields. The most important thing to understand how yields work. Just what we do. We work hard at it.
Trusted advice, easy to understand strategies that will make you a better investor. Get all the details at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. To be a successful investor, you need to stay current with the daily changes in the economy and the stock market. Phil Grande and philsgang.com can be your guide to becoming a better investor. Try the free 10-day trial at philsgang.com for the working investor. From the opening bell to the closing, stay informed with what's happening in real time. The Working Investor Program includes full access to the Phil's Gang website, a morning update on what to look for that day on Wall Street, a market wrap on that day's trading, plus seminars, training, and tools to help you become a better investor. Go to philsgang.com for a free 10-day trial. After that, it's just $59.95 a month for membership, daily updates, training, software, and the best investing advice every day. You can invest with the best. Phil Grande and philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. philsgang.com. Are you a stock market investor without all the information?
What are you, nuts? Market's going up, market's going down. We're getting all this bad information.
How do you invest intelligently? Phil Grande can show you.
If you want real information and you really want to know what the market's going to do and you want the truth, go to my site, philsgang.com, and also listen to me on my radio show every weekday at 3 o'clock Eastern.
Phil's got the answers at philsgang.com.
That's philsgang.com, where you get the truth and you get the information you need about the market.
When you listen to the advice of Phil Grande at philsgang.com, you'll find investing in the stock market makes sense with the right guidance.
People keep saying to me, boy, things are hard, things are tough. Boy, the market's really screwed up. And I don't agree with them. For us here at Phil's Gang, we make it so it's simple. It doesn't matter if the market's bad or good. We consistently do well because we make it simple. And just like for my listeners on the radio or on the internet or my podcast, we make it simple. We try to break it down so you really understand why the market is going up or why there's continued inflation or why the bank rates are going up. So you understand, especially yields. The most important thing to understand how yields work. Just what we do. We work hard at it.
Trusted advice, easy to understand strategies that will make you a better investor. Get all the details at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Phil's Gang wishes you and your family happiness, joy, and financial security. Working together to make 2024 another successful year at philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
The consumer is really the key here. The consumer's been remarkably resilient. Been a lot of people saying that they're going to run out of excess savings accumulated during the pandemic. But I'm looking at the labor market, and there's still plenty of job openings.
Lousy job openings. Do you see the last time we had the jobs, the first Friday of this month? They're terrible jobs. You had about 45,000 government jobs. Who the hell wants that? But all the jobs are low-paying health care. All low-paying jobs. And all those jobs we had went for second jobs. People need second jobs. They can't get a good first job. But I want to get back onto what really gets me is that, And I don't want to scare you by telling you the market's going to crash, but someone's got to tell you the truth. Now, my members who've been with me for years and years, they'll tell you it doesn't matter to us because if the market goes down, we make money. Market goes up, we can make. And matter of fact, we can make money for someone who just is a beginner. All we got to do is put you in an ETF that every time the market goes down, the stock goes up. Yeah. And we can put you in this ETF. Every time the market starts going down, you're making money as the ETF goes up. The ETF or the stock will actually go up. When the whole market's crashing, the stock keeps going up for you. These are the things we do. But I want to get back to how they're trying to convince you everything is wonderful, but it's not. When they keep saying how the consumer, let me tell you about the consumer. Remember what happened with the consumer. When we went into the lockdown, Biden, what he did is he told everybody, don't have to pay your student loan. You don't have to pay your rent. Don't have to pay your mortgage. Don't have to pay your health care. Everything was a moratorium. We went from 8% savings to 30% savings. And then people took that money and they started to spend it, but it didn't work out. Why? Well, because everybody was at home. Because what did Biden do? Biden turns around, prints $2 trillion, and he tells everybody, don't go to work, stay home. But I'll get into that in a moment. I want to make sure you understand what happened yesterday. We had a critical technical move in the markets they don't want you to know about. Our Dow 30, our S&P, our NASDAQ all had what they call a key reversal. What's a key reversal? Well, if you can see it on my chart, I got it up here for you. We'll take the spiders. The spiders dropped yesterday. It took out its own low, but it took out the low of the previous day. So it made a new high. In other words, we've had a trend going up for 9 days. We've had a trend going up for 9 days in the S&P, 9 days in the Qs, the NASDAQ, the Dow. That's an uptrend. We call it a melt up. That's what happens during the end of the year. And then when it makes a new high, like the diamond did, they made a new high, like the Qs did, made a new all-time high, not just a yearly high, an all-time high. But then when it reverses, gives it up, then takes out the previous day's low, goes right through that, takes out its own low, and then closes on the low, that's sending you a message, it's over. Now, this happened during the dot-com crash. This happened, same situation happened with us during the housing financial crash. Now, the market's just not going to crash. It just sends you a message, hey, something's very, very wrong. So just keep that in the back of your mind. So, again, let's go back to all these lies to keep this market going. So Biden, remember, he is spending more than our tax receipts. That creates deficits. And we got to pay the deficits by printing money because we're broke. And when you print money to pay the deficit, you're increasing inflation. Now, he claims that he's reduced the deficit by $1.7 trillion. That's a lie. Over the past 12 months, the budget deficit has exceeded $2 trillion. The 10-year forecast for the debt is more than $8 trillion higher than when Trump left office. So to say that he's reduced the budget, he didn't reduce nothing. Wages, let's talk about their lie about wages. Wages are great, things are good, we're going to have a soft landing. We're constantly being reminded how wages are increasing. In the past, this is interesting. In the past 50 years, stocks have risen 1,850%. Wages only 140%. You're getting screwed. What does that tell you? All the emphasis is on the wealth. There you go again. Everything they do is to push the wealth to the 1 percentile and the 1/100th of 1 percentile, our owners. So in other words, the truth is that all the Fed money printing has been inflating Wall Street stocks. That's right. That's why they do it, to inflate Wall Street stocks. Their wealth, not Main Street wealth, not your wealth, Wall Street. Think about it. How do stocks go up 1,850%, but wages only go up 140%? That is why inflation is what's most important to our owners, to the wealthy who put these presidents in office. They want inflation. They love it. And the fake business network and the Congress and everybody lie to us. Oh, they're going to fight inflation. No, they don't. They love inflation. It's unbelievable. So, Congress, right now, you really think they're fighting inflation? If they wanted to fight inflation, they could fight inflation. But they're not. They're not. So right now, I'm telling you, if you join our gang, and when this market finally does decide to crash after they artificially keep propping up, you can make money as the market is going down. And over the 10 days of free membership, we'll prove it to you.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. When making wise investment decisions, Phil Grande has some sound reasons you should join Phil's gang.
You know, when I started this, they asked me, okay, can you explain to people why they should join the gang? Gee, I thought about that. And I guess to make money. But more than that, to get good direction on which way the economy's really going. We get so much crap, so many lies, how great the economy is and how great the tech business is, and when it's not. The problem is we have too many people in Washington and in this industry that just don't tell the truth. The truth is everything. And here at Phil's Gang, we stick with the facts. We tell the truth. We make sure our members, are getting the best information, and our listeners, like you. We make that information available to you and make it simple and understandable.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works. Join today at philsgang.com.
I believe that every single human being with a laptop computer and an internet connection should be required to give trading at least a shot.
Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life.
I believe that every educated individual on planet Earth.
I would recommend Phil's gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents.
Should do this. It's not for every single human being on Earth. I know this, but it's one of those things that you should try, because if you happen to get it right, if you happen to be one of the ones that this is for.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grande.
Oh my God.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. That's right, philsgang.com. Join my gang for 10 days. It's free.
What's in front of you is a life of incredible joy, freedom, and independence.
Philsgang.com. Phil Grande here, Phil's Gang Radio Show. Tired of Wall Street's games? We've got the antidote. Learn the art of short selling. And then you're going to gain a top-notch stock market education with Phil's Gang and philsgang.com. We're so confident you'll love it because we're offering a 10-day free trial to our working investor program. No gimmicks, just real strategies. Sign up to a Phil's Gang membership today and take control of your financial future. Visit www.philsgang.com now.
To be a successful investor, you need to stay current with the daily changes in the economy and the stock market. Phil Grande and philsgang.com can be your guide to becoming a better investor. Try the free 10-day trial at philsgang.com for the working investor. From the opening bell to the closing, stay informed with what's happening in real time. The Working Investor Program includes full access to the Phil's Gang website, a morning update on what to look for that day on Wall Street, a market wrap on that day's trading, plus seminars, training, and tools to help you become a better investor. Go to philsgang.com for a free 10-day trial. After that, it's just $59.95 a month for membership, daily updates, training, software, and the best investing advice every day. You can invest with the best. Phil Grande and philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. philsgang.com. What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grande and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Our team is comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. Phil's Gang has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. You don't need to be a seasoned investor to benefit from the Phil's Gang platform, no matter what level of investor you are. Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action, avoid market pitfalls, and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Phil's Gang wishes you and your family happiness, joy, and financial security, working together to make 2024 another successful year at philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
Welcome back to Phil's Gang. Join our gang and get in for free for 10 days, and we'll show you that when the market does crash, that you can make money as the market's going down. The ETF we put you in will be going up. You don't even have to short the market. That's right. You don't have to short it. We'll have you buy this ETF. So as the market starts to crash, you'll have like an insurance policy. What's wrong with that? And we'll show you how it works. You got 10 days to review it, look at it. It'll help you. But I want to get back to how everything they say is a lie. It's a lie. That's why you got to learn how to follow the money, not the BS. An example. So they've been taking all this money and printing this money since the dot-com. That's right. Remember the dot-com crash? That's when they started to crank up the money machine. They've been continually cranking up that money printing machine from the dot-com. They continued it through the housing financial crash, and then they continued it where they're continuing right now in our QE crash to come. Remember, we had the dot-com crash, the house financial and housing crash, and now we got the QE crash we got to go through. Why are we so lucky to think that, oh, I see, this dot-com crash, okay, you get that. The housing crash, that's okay, but this one's not going to crash when it's 10 times worse. And here's proof. So while they're printing all this money to create inflation, to create wealth for Wall Street and the wealthy people, remember, the real average wage has been going downward. So think about just common sense. They've been telling us how they're doing everything for us, and the consumer is in great shape. So they've been printing money 24/7 since the day after the dot-com crash. They haven't stopped. But yet, the real average wage rate has gone downward, not up, since they started printing when the dot-com crash ended. It's gone downward. And if you go back and look at 2000, the 2000 level wages, we're 14% below the 2000 level. In the past 24 of the last 32 months, Inflation is up 15%. But wages and salaries are not. They're only up 12%. 12%. Family income under Trump increased $7,000. Under Biden, decreased $4,500. In fact, a typical household under Biden is paying $1,200 a month more for the same items purchased 13 months ago. What are you, nuts? Let's talk about essentials. Since Biden took office, the essentials, groceries, energy, mortgage, rent payments, even though they came down a bit, we know that as of November, but still up 25% since the day he got office. How can things be, what'd she say? Things are going to be really great for us? I can't even get the damn thing up.
There is good economic news out there for the middle class. Wages are up, unemployment's down, manufacturing is booming in many parts of the country.
Oh my God. Job creation. Hear what she said about factories? We got all kinds of factory jobs. What is she talking about? Manufacturing. They're terrible. They're terrible. I mean, our factories are laying people off. We don't have any productivity. Our productivity is at a 72-year low. Our manufacturing is at a 14-year low. They're laying people off because we now have orders, new orders. We haven't seen this low in 12 years. But they're telling us, gee, everything's okay. Everything's okay with the factories. Everything's fine. She even said that the factories are, manufacturers even get better. No, it's not. What Rotten Joe never mentions is Trump's job record after 30 months in office was 36%, or 46,000 jobs per month higher than Rotten Joe. How do you do that? Because Trump cut regulation. Trump cut taxes. But yet they lie and say, and Biden comes out and says, Dirty Joe comes out and says, he's created more jobs than any president. A bold-faced lie. He just lies. 10 of the 13 million jobs that he claims he created, Trump created those jobs. Why? Because remember what happened when he already created those jobs before COVID hit. Trump did. And when the economy had to shut down, 10 million people had to go home. And they said, we'll call you when we get the green light thing, and you come right back to work. The green light came, 2021. Who was the president? Biden. So when the 10 million people went back to work, he double counts them. He takes them as his jobs. But something happened on the way to work. They didn't all show up. What happened? Well, guess what he did? Biden decides, again, to print more money. That's killing us. Inflation's killing us. Deficits are killing. But he decides to print $3 trillion for handouts. So there's people sitting home. Instead of going back to work, he says to them, wait a minute. I'm Uncle Joe. I got $2 trillion here. Don't go to work. We're going to take and put a moratorium on student loans. We're going to put a moratorium. And remember why he keeps fighting for that student loans, why he doesn't want you to pay your student loan. Because that's $10 billion that would be going into the economy, into retail, into buying cars and stores. That's why he keeps fighting. That's why he tells the Supreme Court, "Go to hell. I'm not going to do what you tell me. I'm going to do it anyways." But think about what he did. So you got now this $10 billion. Don't pay your student loan. And then he tells them, don't pay your rent, don't pay your house payment, don't pay your insurance. Everything's at a moratorium. Our savings went from 8% to 30%. So then what he does, he incentivizes everybody to stay home. And now people have all this money, they start spending, but nobody's working to produce the goods they want to buy. So that's how inflation kept going up. So let's say everybody wanted to buy shoes, but nobody was at the shoe factory. So a pair of shoes that were $30 went up to $70. That's how we got in trouble. We got a moron running the country. We have demand but no productivity, and he turns around and says to him, don't go home. I just printed $2 trillion. I'm going to give you all these programs. And remember, you got Obamacare. Soon, demand for the goods were soaring, but goods could not be produced. Inflation soared. Prices soared. Small and large business, they couldn't find help. They're begging people. They would take a dishwasher. They're making $12 an hour, and they're paying them $25 an hour. That's why we have inflation. That's why we're going to have a market crash. This crash didn't just happen. This crash has been developing since 2001, since the dot-com. We never fixed anything. And why do you think Joe is fighting for those student loans today, fighting with the Supreme Court? Because he wants that money going into the economy so he can mask what a mess he made of our economy. All these handouts, free stuff, Obama phones, all that crap. Housing. Because he did that, why do you think homes, all these homes now, the cost of homes have gone up crazy? And why you can't afford a home, a first-time home. First-time home buyer can't find a home. Talk about that when we get back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Become an expert investor. Here's Phil Grande of Phil's Gang Radio Show.
If you want financial freedom, then don't let Wall Street hold you back. Discover what they are hiding and how to thrive, even in a stock market crash. Unlock these secrets with a 10-day free trial to our Working Investor Program. Real strategies, no fluff. Take action right now. Come on, become a Phil's Gang member and reclaim your financial freedom. Just visit www.philsgang.com.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. When you listen to the advice of Phil Grande at philsgang.com, you'll find investing in the stock market makes sense with the right guidance.
People keep saying to me, boy, things are hard, things are tough. Boy, the market's really screwed up. And I don't agree with them. For us here at Phil's Gang, we make it so it's simple. It doesn't matter if the market's bad or good. We consistently do well because we make it simple. And just like for my listeners on the radio or on the internet or my podcast, we make it simple. We try to break it down so you really understand why the market is going up or why there's continued inflation or why the bank rates are going up. So you understand, especially yields. The most important thing to understand how yields work. Just what we do. We work hard at it.
Trusted advice, easy to understand strategies that will make you a better investor. Get all the details at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, just listen to Phil Grande.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. There's many reasons to listen to a radio show, but I think to listen to my show, you get the truth. You get clarity, and you get great information.
No matter what level of investor you are, Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success.
You know what? Most of all, it's fun. philsgang.com. Clarity, good information, and fun.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. There's a lot of noise out there in the financial world. Bank failures, interest rates, bonds versus stocks. It's a lot. That's why it's important to find a voice of reason that can guide you through these volatile times. Phil Grande and philsgang.com is where you can find honest, helpful guidance to successful investing.
Get the knowledge and understand how the market really works.
And for a limited time, you can join Phil's Gang free for 10 days.
philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Christmas tree, oh Christmas tree, how lovely are thy branches, oh Christmas tree.
From everyone at Phil's Gang, we wish you happiness and joy this holiday season. Join us at philsgang.com for a prosperous 2024. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Join our gang. Go to philsgang.com. Click where it says Get Started. Free for 10 days. And then at the end of 10 days, you decide you want to go forward with us. You think it's too much work. Then just stay with our Spider program. Everybody loves the Spider program. You haven't got to do a thing. And the beautiful thing about the Spider program is that we have, again, an ETF for you to get in that goes up when the market is crashing. So you're making money. So you can check that out during the 10 days. All right. So going back to all of this money printing that started after the dot-com crash and continued to where we are today is setting us up for the crash. I don't know the date of the crash. Everybody asks me, what's the date of the crash? I don't know. In the meantime, till it does crash, we're going to take advantage when the money's coming into the market and pushing stocks up like they did today. And we'll take advantage when the money's going out of the stocks and we'll short. So it doesn't matter to us when the crash is coming. What matters to us is to understand it is coming and know the evidence why it's coming so we're ahead of it, and that's why we're buying gold. You've got to start buying gold mining stocks, not gold, not the physical gold, gold mining stocks. We'll show you how to do that. AU is one of the ones we're always in. We've done very well with gold mining stocks. But going back to all this printing of money, think about what's happened. For you to buy a home now, since 2020 to where we are now, the share of income needed to cover a cost of a home has gone from 21% to 41%. Has your wages gone up 41%? No. This is all due to the inflation of the printing. And then they remember, on top of all this printing for QE, we haven't even mentioned they printed another $27 trillion for the money supply, so they can keep pushing rates down. I've explained that all week. Remember what they do. When you increase the money supply, print, and push it into the banks, we'll say, okay, that's how they force interest rates down. But because the economy's not growing, the banks aren't lending, so inflation rises. The inflation rises, and your purchasing power of the dollar goes down, you get screwed. Your wages go down, you get screwed. But inflation goes up, and that's what they like. They want that inflation because everything goes up for them. Their vineyards, their diamonds, their artwork. But to push that, to take the money supply, this is separate from all the other money, from all the QE, all the printing stuff 2001. And the thing I'm trying to get across to you, I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just trying to tell you the truth, because of all that QE printing since after in 2001 is when it started, to 2023. You don't think we're going to pay for that inflation? You're paying for it now. Because why? Just in a simple home. You're paying it because, again, what they did to you by doing that, your income had to go up 21% to 41%. That's the income you need to cover the cost to buy a home. All due to the inflation created by printing. And not just the printing of the money for QE, but the $27 trillion they printed for the money supply to force interest rates down to make things look good. But that only created inflation. See, here's what people didn't understand. They're not working for you. They're screwing you. Everybody says, oh, look at this thing. Aren't they doing a nice thing? They're pushing interest rates down. No. The way they were pushing interest rates down was to hurt you. Because it'd be nice to push the interest rates down by flooding the banks with money and push the interest. Then they took all the money and immediately put it out in loans. And they said, hey, we need more money. We need more money. The economy's growing. But they always do it when the economy's not growing. Why? Because when the economy's not growing and they take all this money, print it, and shove it into the money supply for the banks and they're not lending it, inflation goes crazy. Inflation goes up. And for the guy on Main Street, he's screwed because his wages don't go up. His wages go down. So they're the people who should be in jail. Think about what they did to you. You're thinking, oh, I'm lucky. Wait, all this, I could go buy a car. I could go buy a house. It was cheap, my mortgage. No, you're going to pay for all that. That's why you're going to get the crash because they forced the interest rates down by screwing you. Again, if interest rates went down, so you could buy a house with an interest rate of 3%, but the economy is growing 6-7%, you're okay. Because then your wages are going to keep going up. Everything's going to be okay. But when they put that kind of money in to push inflation, to push the interest rates down, and they're not lending, you're screwed. Because now inflation goes through the roof. So people thought, gee, rates are low for my car, my house mortgage, I'm getting a good deal, and they didn't know you're paying for it. And the last part of the payback is the crash. But the more you think about that, isn't that maddening? Think about what they did. You'd like to find the person who actually did that. Well, we know who it is, Powell. Just punch him right in the nose, right? I mean, imagine waking up in the morning and he knows he's going to print all this money and push it into the banks, but he's not going to let them loan. So now you got a bundle of money at the banks. Interest rates went down. People think, oh, good. But people don't know they're getting screwed because what he did, he's created inflation. The purchasing power of your dollar's going down. Your wages are going to go down. You can't find a good job. And after you go through pain for about 10, 12 years, you finally get the big crash. So why would we trust anything Biden says or any of the members of the administration say? 2 weeks ago, Powell came out and said, we're not going to cut rates. Oh, no, we're not comfortable. We're not going to cut rates. And then about 8 trading days later, oh, we're cutting rates. Things are terrific. We're going to cut rates. What? And then we had this 9-day melt up. Every day the market's going up, and we're buying it. We did beautifully. We bought bank stocks, tech stocks. We did terrific. We bought Vegas stocks. We bought hotel stocks. We bought cruise line stocks, airline stocks. We think we're sitting there shorting. So yesterday, that key reversal, they're not explaining it at all on TV today. Nobody's explaining it. Even online, nobody's explaining it. They're back to tell everybody things are wonderful. Look at that. The market came back, 320. Went down 475. Now it's back 320. Everything's okay again. But people don't understand. No, it's never okay when you have a key reversal, not only on the spiders, but the NASDAQ, and the S&P. I mean, think of it. S&P, NASDAQ, both. You have the key reversal. Now, yeah, I mean, this is crazy. And nobody knows what it means. Nobody knows what I'm talking about. So we have this brutal key reversal. It's telling us we're going to pay for it. The market, everybody celebrated. The Dow hit 37,562. But it dropped 475 right away? Wait a minute. How could that be? If we hit an all-time high of 37,562 and the stock market drops 475 points, then the next day it turns around, opens up in the morning up 100 points? What the hell's going on with that? It's called financial engineering. Financial engineering. So look, there's a lot of money to be made in the market when it goes up and when it goes down. That's why I want to be on both sides, and we can help you with that. We can help you with that. It's not hard. It isn't. You just get once you understand how the market works. Most people, and they don't want you to know this, most people don't understand how the bond market is so important to the stock market. You can tell what's going to happen in the stock market, what's going on in the bond market. But nobody ever talks about the bond market. I talk about the bond market all the time with my members because it's very important. It gives us the direction. I mean, think about it. The bond market is everything. It supports our pensions, supports our S&P, supports our tax receipts. Are you kidding? Rising rates impact the bond prices negatively, send yields up, stocks down. We'll teach you about the bond market. We make it simple. Join my gang tonight, philsgang.com. And don't forget to visit our gift shop. We have a lot of good Christmas gifts.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grande, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me.